Journaling fucked me. It fucked me. And why do I say that? Stopping yourself from falling into depression when you're going through a tough time. Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Danna-Gift show. And it looks like we are going solo again today. Yes, you and I, me and you, together. It's just me and you and me, together like it's supposed to be, eternally. Da-da. So happy together. I actually don't know the lyrics of that song, but hopefully I sing that well. Anyways, today's episode, I wanted to speak about something that I have personally been going through, because honestly, that's all I can speak about because I'm going through it, obviously. So before I get started, I want to say a special thank you for everybody who has been continuing to tune in to my show. I'm honestly super humbled when I see that people have viewed my show the minute it drops. And I mean, sure, it's not crazy amounts of people just yet, but I always tell myself, if I could reach one person out there who connects with me and tells me, they feel less alone, or they feel heard, or they feel seen, understood, then I am so fucking grateful to be doing what I'm doing. Because not only am I gaining immense fucking satisfaction for helping someone out there, but you're actually helping me too, in a way that I can't explain, except that you also make me feel heard and seen and not alone with what I'm going through. Because when I tell you, when I'm vulnerable on my channel, for fuck's sake, it is gut-wrenching. I'm like, holy shit, did I just fucking post that? I'm like, I gotta chop off my fingers or something. What the fuck did I just do? Literally everyone knows I'm broke. Great. Good job, Donna. You're so fucking inspirational. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I just wanted to say thank you. I apologize if you hear my chair crunching around. I have a beautiful leather chair that I bought on credit, guys. On credit. And I still haven't paid the bank back for this chair. Y'all, I'm getting in trouble today. Okay, so today's topic, I wanted to talk about stopping yourself from falling into depression when you're going through a tough time. This topic is extremely dear to me because I have been going through it. And I went probably 2 months straight just fucking feeling depressed. Legit, every morning would wake up 4 a.m. not slept. Actually, the only way I could get sleep was by getting fucking high or something to numb the pain, right? And I'd wake up and I'd get into, or try to do, some kind of morning routine, try and meditate, and fucking break down. It was like my body felt sick, my mind felt fucking clouded. Like I just could not for the life of me pull myself out. And it wasn't until I saw Dylan, my partner, until I saw him break down, because he has been such a rock while I was going through my depressed time. When I saw him, and mind you, we're both living we live in the same house, so he's going through it too. But I never seen him break down the way that he did that night. And when he broke down, something in me was like, holy fuck, this is serious. Depression is fucking serious. And if I don't get myself together, then we're both gonna fucking suffer. Because I fully understand the power that I hold in a relationship, and you should too, as a man and or woman. Because when you're in a relationship, you're half of the equation of how your life turns out. together, right? So you have to take responsibility for that. And I was like, holy fuck, I am being this depressed motherfucker. And I am leaking more onto this man who has been trying to stay positive, but you're over here being fucking negative Nancy and bringing yourself down for fucking what? If you haven't heard this today, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're powerful, you're capable. You can fucking do whatever you want. You just gotta keep your mind right. And so this is what my topic is about. Because I feel like for the past 3 weeks now, I've actually had a pretty good state of mind. Have I had breakdowns? Yeah, yep. But it's not the same that it was when I was going through my crazy major breakdowns like every fucking day. Now it's maybe like once every 2 weeks. Maybe like once a week. I don't fucking know. I'm not keeping track, okay? Don't be a tally marker. Don't be a tally marker. Nobody likes a fucking tally marker. So let's get into it. How to save yourself from depression. How to stay out of it. Now, I'm obviously only going to be speaking on what has helped me. It might not work for you. And a lot of the information I'm about to give you was through the information I researched, I read, I journaled about, I felt to my core. So it might not be the recipe for you. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying my results, I'm pretty damn happy with what's going on here. So what has helped me? First things first, I had to do a emotional audit is what I'll call it. I had to fucking check in. And I went through a state where I was just heavy journaling about the shit that was going on in my life. So my first thing I'm going to say, journaling fucked me. It fucked me. And why do I say that? Because everybody's like, oh, when you're going through something, just learn how to journal and, work out your emotions on a fucking piece of paper and pen and blip, blip, blip. Look, I'm telling you, journaling is fucking great when you're trying to fix a deeper issue and you need a deep dive into your psyche and figure out what the fuck caused it in the first place. It is great when you're trying to sort out your emotions because you don't fucking understand what's going on in your head, because we can experience multiple emotions all at once and it's confusing, it's scary, and it's fucked up. But I'm going to tell you what journaling is not great for. Let me adjust in my seat because I'm getting sweaty butt cheeks because I have a leather chair that I haven't paid for. Okay, what journaling is not good for? Journaling is not good when you are trying to change your current situation, because all you're doing is journaling about your current situation. You're literally repeating the same thoughts, but you're putting it on paper. You're solidifying it. You're putting it on ink. It exists in the physical world now. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the law of attraction is real. It's proven that energy and like attracts like. So when a positive thought comes in, more positive thoughts can come in, and that can add up to being a big positive bundle of joy. But also, on the other side of things, a negative thought can also attract a negative thought. Who would have thunk, right? It works both ways. When you're going through something negative and you're writing it out negative, you're writing about the same thing over and over, what do you think is going to happen in your physical world? You're going to continue to live the same experience that you've been experiencing these past couple days whenever you've been journaling. So what I suggest is not to stop completely journaling, because it is nice when you're trying to sort out your emotions, like I said earlier. But use journaling only for when you're trying to change your life. Write down the things that you're grateful for. Just that. Write down the things you're grateful for. That'll catapult you into thinking more positively and just being grateful for what you have in your life now. not feeling like something needs to change, not feeling like your life is going to get better just because XYZ happens, right? You need to learn how to be grateful for what is going on right now. And I know that sounds fucking cliche, and it is, but it's cliche for a fucking reason, guys. Like, let's not get upset when people say things are cliche. They're cliche for a fucking reason because it works. So, use journaling for gratitude. Another thing that is great for journaling, and you're trying to change your life, is using journaling for manifestations. And write in terms of I am. Like, you want to journal about the things that you want in your life as if you already have them. So, for instance, if I, want financial security, I would go into my journal and say, I'm so grateful that money is flowing into me effortlessly and in unpredictable ways, in continuous amounts, continuously increasing amounts, whatever, right? I'm going to talk as if it's already happened. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to apply the law of attraction, and like is going to attract like. So the more you continue to journal like that, like you're living the life you already want, as if you already have it, it's going to have to start pulling into your life. Now, it might take some time, obviously, for things to manifest. That's just how it works, because your vibration has to build up to the vibration of what you're trying to manifest, right? And then it'll come into your life. So allow it to catch up. But I'm telling you, you will feel 100 times better journaling about those things and as if you've already had them and just being grateful than when you journal about, oh, today fucking sucked. I realized I had a negative bank account, blah, blah. You're literally reinforcing the negativity in your life when you journal like that. That's a lesson I learned. I was doing it and I don't want to do it anymore. And I stopped. And it's helped. I'm still waiting for some of the stuff to manifest in my life, obviously, but it's on its way, Okay. So that's my first little rant. Second little rant. You need to find, I have notes over here for those of you who are watching. That's why you keep seeing me turn over here. You want to find something to believe in. Somebody to love. Somebody to love. I'm gonna have to cut that. That's fucking horrible. Back to the topic. I get sidetracked a lot. Sorry. Compliments of ADD. Okay. Yes. Find something to believe in, guys. Find something to believe in. I don't give a fuck what you call it. Energy, source, the universe. It has multiple names. It is what we vibrate as. We are fucking energy. We are God. God is within us, right? You've heard this all before. And if you go through a ton of religious texts, it all talks about energy. And you have to know that there's something out there beyond our control, beyond our fucking understanding. There's something out there, whatever you want to call it. I call it God. I call it the universe. I interchange it. But whatever you want to call it, there's something out there that is so far beyond our comprehension that we cannot control, and we have to just learn how to surrender to. So find something you believe in. What helped me is going through books, right? I've been starting to read a lot, and this is also another point. This is probably part 3 is reading, right? The reading has fucking saved me when I was going through some dark times. And you don't have to read. You can listen to podcasts. I listen to podcasts. I listen to audiobooks and all that jazz. And they fucking help, I'm telling you. People fucking shit on these self-help books and yada yada, but I'm telling you, they fucking help. They've helped me. They can help you. Find something that is easy on the eyes, easy on the ears, something that you are open and willing to read or listen to. And really sit down and put your focus on it. When I'm feeling down and dark, I open a book. I know a lot of you are like, oh, well, I'm going through a bad day, so I'm going to go on Instagram and I'm just going to take my mind off things. Don't do that. Because the problem with social media and going on social media is you're going to get on this thing to relieve yourself. And then you can't control what you're consuming, right? Because the internet will feed you all the shit. You're getting fed shit and you're fucking eating it. Why are you doing that to yourself? Stop. Don't do that. Even getting lost in a show, okay, it's good to chill and relax sometimes. But I'm telling you, when you're going through depression and darkness, when you go through social media and you just distract yourself, you're not doing anything positive for yourself. You're just consuming. You're becoming a zombie. You're not allowing yourself to feel, to think, to add to your tool set. When you're reading self-help books, you're adding to your tool set. I feel like that just came into revelation for myself. You are literally adding to your tool set, your toolkit, to help you manage this world. And when you do that, because you're gaining a skill, you're learning something, you're going to build confidence. And what happens when you build confidence? Boom, all of a sudden, you're feeling more positive and happy about yourself. Look at that. Law of attraction. Boom. Now we're pulling in positive thoughts. Now more positive things are coming our way. You see how this works? It's all fucking tied. It's all connected up here. I sound crazy, but I'm telling you, it works. It worked for me. It'll work for you. Moving on. Sorry, I have these headphones and they're getting tangled on my chair here. All right. Another thing. And this, I guess this is, again, it's leading on to the next point. I don't remember what point we're on. I'm going to be honest. I'm like on point 4, point 5, whatever. Is being hypersensitive to what you're allowing in your life. That means music. That means words. That means people and their perspective on things. That means what you consume online. That means being hyper aware of what you allow into your life. Because in this delicate state, when you're going through depression, when you're going through darker times, and you allow things into your life, you need to know you're already fucking sensitive. You're already on the tip of the iceberg, and you could fucking just burst at any moment. You know you're sensitive. So treat yourself like you're sensitive. Don't allow that shit into your mind. Music has such a powerful effect on us. There are beats and neural beats that affect our body on a biological level that that you can't really track by the human eye. So listen to good music that has good lyrics. Don't listen to that fucking bullshit that we can bombard our heads with. Really, Nicki Minaj, dick bicycle? That's what you want to fucking... I'm not knocking on Nicki Minaj. I like her music. I like a lot of fucking ratchet shit. Like, let's be for real. I'm from Palmdale. What's up? And I like ratchet shit. But do I need to be listening to that when I'm trying to grow, when I'm trying to advance myself, and when I'm going through a sensitive state in my life? Probably not. At the gym, yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. But if I'm trying to keep my mind clear and not absorb all of this random information, then maybe listen to Mozart or classical piano music or literally just meditation music. I don't fucking know. Something that doesn't fill your mind with a bunch of empty lyrics. And the words. Be very particular with the words you choose, even in your head. Be super conscious of what you're absorbing and what you're saying to yourself. When you catch yourself, and I'm telling you, the more you train your brain to be hypersensitive to these things, you will begin to catch yourself quicker and quicker, almost instantly when you have a negative thought. But when you catch yourself in a negative thought, allow it, right? Because we can't just deny it and fucking pretend like everything's all la-di-da all the fucking time, because that's not the truth. We have to have some kind of discernment. It has to relate somewhat to our real reality, right? So allow it, but then move on from it and then kick it the fuck out. Say, bye, bitch. We ain't dealing with your ass no mo. Kick that motherfucker out and replace it with a positive one. And you know what? Here's another thing. When you are dealing with something negative and you can't seem to get it out of your head, send some love to it. And what I mean by that is find the thing that's pissing you off, that's causing you this depression, and find the good in it. Find the gold. I'm going to get that tatted on me, by the way. I'm going to put it like on my wrist or something. Find the gold. Because there is always something of value, something that you can be happy and grateful for within everything in your life, even the negative. Like right now, I'm going through financial issues. And my positive things I can find from it is that, one, I am learning how to manage my finances. That is a valuable lesson to learn. 2, I'm being challenged in ways that I didn't think I would. 3, I'm being proven time and time again how much I fucking love what I do and how much I'm willing to work down to the fucking bone to do what I love. There's a bunch of other things I can list off, but I wouldn't have learned these lessons if I didn't experience this financial burden. If I didn't experience this financial strain, because I would just be living in la-di-da land. We need adversity. We need things to challenge us in this lifetime, or we don't fucking learn. Think of this. When you get something free, do you even care to really care for it? So what I'm saying is, find the gold in the things that are irritating you or pissing you off. Because I'm telling you, you can find something to be grateful for. And if you can't find something specific to that thing that's making you feel bad, then just find something that makes you feel grateful. One of the books that I read recently, Ask and It Is Given, I highly recommend it. If you're spiritual and you are looking for tools to help you to remember who the fuck you are, to dig internally and feel power within yourself, you gotta go read Ask and It Is Given. It's such a good book. It has tools to help you appreciate life as it is and know that God is working for you, not against you. So, highly, highly recommend. One of the suggestions in the book was, when you're feeling in a state of, being irritated with something, just play the gratitude game and literally look around your surroundings and find something on a wall or something that makes you feel grateful for. Like myself, I like looking at my office. I'm like, oh my gosh, I decorated this. It's so pretty. There's books everywhere and there's plants, and plants make me happy. And I'm so happy that I have a space that makes me feel comfortable and I can work in, and, allow those moments of gratitude. Play the gratitude game and watch your emotions, your status change, because it will. When you're deeply in gratitude, you can't feel upset at the same time. They just don't go together. Okay, another point I want to say that has helped me to get out of this dark state that I was in. Adopting a new habit. It sounds like, when I say that, I'm like, ew, who wants to fucking adopt a new habit? I'm trying to get my mind straight. Why the fuck would I want to do something new like that and then commit myself to it? The reason why is when you adopt a new habit, it could be learning something. It could be stretching in the morning. It could be taking a cold shower every morning. It could be anything, any habit you want. That's going to be good for you, obviously. Don't be like, well, I'm going to adopt a new habit of smoking crack every day. Don't do that. That's not what I'm saying, obviously. The fact that I even felt like I had to say that is kind of concerning. But you want to adopt a new habit, because when you adopt a new habit and you allow some implementation into your life and you're consistent with it, something happens with you internally because you're proud that you are able to keep a promise to yourself. So you see how it can be beneficial, right? Because when you keep promises to yourself, you are building confidence in yourself. And again, when you're feeling confident, what happens? You feel more positive about things. Your outlook on life becomes more positive. You're feeling yourself. It could even be a habit of like putting on makeup every day. Ooh, girlies, I'm telling you. When you start doing yourself up a little bit more, because I went through it where I'm like, I don't fucking ever want to wear makeup. That shit's too taxing, too time consuming. Literally would take me 10 minutes. But I'm like, meh, I don't want to wear makeup. I'm too tired and blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, putting on makeup or a fresh new outfit will make you feel fucking good. Look at yourself in the mirror. Twirl around, you sweet thing. It'll make you feel good. So anyways, back to adopting a new habit. When you build that confidence because you're keeping promises to yourself, you start to remind yourself who the fuck you are. And you're like, holy shit, I'm doing this. Example, my new habits. I have been listening to Kevin Trudeau. Another great suggestion, by the way. If you haven't listened to Your Wish is Your Command, I highly, highly recommend it. And if you want to dive deeper into his stuff, you got to be in the Global Information Network. That's all I'm going to say about that. You can ask me about it more if you want, but that's all I'm going to say about that. It's good shit. Another habit that I developed is learning Spanish. Random, but I've always wanted to learn another language. And so I have Duolingo. I just have the free version. I'm not paying for it. So I'll go until my hearts run out. So every time you mess up, you lose a heart, and you have like 5 total to start. But yeah, every morning I do Duolingo. I study Spanish, and I am on what day am I on? Yeah, I'm on a 61-day streak. Check it out. You see that little fire thing? 61 days, bruh. 61 days. Oh my gosh, that's a good tracker of when I started my journey into healing my depression. So yeah, 61 days. That's 2 months in a day. Well, maybe just 2 months, depending on what month it is, because some of them have 30 days, some of them had 31 days. Fuck yeah. So yeah, I'm happy about that. It makes me happy. I'm learning something I've always wanted to learn. I'm keeping promises to myself, and I'm just like, I'm feeling good about that. I'm like, I'm gonna be bilingual. Quiero hablar español. I want to speak Spanish. I'm learning a lot. Obviously, I think I can speak more Spanish than that, but that was the first thing that came to mind. Actually, the first thing that came to mind was quiero bailar. I actually want to dance. I always like dancing. Speaking of habits and commitments to yourself, creating a game plan, a small task to-do list. Now, if you are self-employed, or you are creating your own schedule, or you have free reign of whatever, you need to have a game plan. You need to have a task list to complete. And again, what happens is when you do that and you have a checkbox list, I keep everything on my Notion, and I have a task list, top 3, that I focus on. When you check off something off that box, it's like you're reminding yourself, oh shit, I'm getting stuff done. It's a physical tracker of the work that you're doing. It is very easy to forget how much work you've done when there's no way to look at it or track it or any of that. But if you have some way to track that and something to check that box off. It feels good inside. You get this burst of, I'm doing shit today. I'm fucking confident. There goes that confidence again. Holding those personal promises to yourself and not breaking them and doing your damn best. Now, you don't want to get crazy with your to-do list, okay? I've seen this a couple times where it's like you have fucking 20 items on your to-do list and then you get stressed out because you didn't complete your 20 task items. Bitch, you're fucking overwhelming yourself. So stop, cut that shit out. Do 3. 3, that's max. I challenge you to only do 3 on your top list. Like, obviously prioritize it. And if you don't finish all 3 in one day, because sometimes tasks can be more taxing, get it? Tasking. You know what I'm saying. But if you don't finish all 3 in one day, then just put it on to the next day. So if you finish 2 out of the 3 tasks, then the 3rd task that you didn't finish, boop, on to the next day, and then add 2 more and keep going down your list. It's cool to see. It's cool to feel when you're focused and you're getting shit done. Confidence is a huge thing, guys. It'll help you out of depression, I'm telling you. Another thing that's also tied to that is you want to take massive action. I'm not saying grind from morning till night. Like, some of us really can't do that. Some of us have families. Some of us have sicknesses, illnesses. Some of us are not as able to do that and fucking grind from morning till night. But what I mean by taking massive action is by moving in the direction of what your idea of success is, right? So for me, taking massive action, I'm in a financial burden right now, right? I'm not doing super great financially. And so I was feeling stressed out, wondering how shit was going to get done, but then still waiting for things to kind of get done, which makes no fucking sense. I was sitting around waiting for God to like pluck a little bit of gold on my lap. When in reality, it's like, no, God gave you the tools, which you have internally, which is your capabilities, your skill set, your mind, your heart. You have all that you need to do, but you need to move, and you need to move in the direction that your heart speaks to you. Your idea of success. You need to do something that makes you feel good. Don't allow life to cripple you. So many times I see people who, and I'm guilty of this, where we go through a bad day and you're just like, I'm going to take the rest of the day off. It was like one small thing. And you're like, I think I'm just going to sit in bed and take a nap and I'll worry about it tomorrow. I've had a long day. Let me have ice cream and relax. It's like, no, you need to learn how to work through that emotion. You need to learn how to work through that bad thing that happened, because it's not even really that bad if you really think about it. You're still alive. That's great. So don't allow life to cripple you. Take massive action. And you know what that looks like for you. I can't tell you. You know. We know in our souls, like what action we need to take. Another thing, eat healthy and move your body. That's so simple. So simple, guys. The mind stuff, I feel like, is actually 10 times more difficult than the simple stuff, which is eat whole organic foods, the best that you can. I know it can be a little expensive, but honestly, food is my priority, because what you put in your body is so fucking important. So eat the best whole food, organic foods that you can to keep your mind clear. Because there's a lot of shit in all of the other foods that are like pesticides and shit that actually in small doses don't kill you, but can kill you. So the more organic you can eat, do that. And then move your body. It could be 10 minutes a day. It could be 20 minutes a day. It could be stretching. That's what I do. I'll do yoga in the morning for like 10 minutes and I'll stretch for like 5. And I did that for a whole month. And I was okay with that. I wasn't going to the gym all fucking ham sandwich like a like a gym head, I was stretching. I didn't stretch long. Some days I didn't, but I moved my body first thing in the morning and it was great. So move your body, eat healthy, the best you can. One last thing. Actually, I guess this will be my parting note, if you will. I want you to focus on the things that make you feel good. If you watch Kevin Trudeau's Your Wish is Your Command, it's on Spotify now. They took it down for a little bit, but it's back up. If you listen to that or you read some self-help books about energy and all of that, it'll always talk about doing things that feel good, your gut instinct. We all have our own internal trackers that tell us whether something is right for us or not. Yes, sometimes it can just be our minds that are telling us that something's wrong because we have like trauma surrounding it. But if you're really in tune with yourself, you'll feel when something feels good and when something does not feel so good. Listen to that. It's your internal guidance system. We are blessed with it. Use it. When something doesn't feel good for you, don't interact with it. Don't allow it in your bubble, your positive bubble. You have to choose. You have to make a choice. It is a fucking battlefield of the mind and your feelings. Just think of this. Our minds, or humans, right? Our minds are programmed to train us how to survive. Our bodies are built to survive. But our spirit teaches us love. That's all it knows. It knows love. So what happens when the two are going back to each other? You got your mind to teach you how to survive. So, don't touch a hot stove. Don't run in front of that running car. You'll die, right? And then you have your heart and your soul that speaks to you on a whole different level. So because your mind is built to teach you to survive, it has a tendency to be very critical, skeptical. It has a tendency to be very skeptical and creates these barriers to tell you like, I don't know if you should do that. Maybe you shouldn't do that. Or that's not going to work out for you, right? Because we're thinking logically now. And yes, it is great to have a balance between the two, to be able to understand your thoughts and then go back and see how it makes you feel. But just know that your mind is preset to a negative thought process. And your heart, motorcycle is coming. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Your heart could be saying a whole different story. Kind of got sidetracked with that motorcycle. Again, blessings of the ADHD. So what I'm saying is your mind naturally will go into a negative place for a lot of things. You need to learn how to overpower it, if you will, with the thoughts that you want to think that are directed towards the future that you want to have, the reality that you want to have. It is a battle. You need to go to fucking war with your head. Because there's a lot of things that have happened over the years, from when you're a child, when you're a baby, when you're a teen, adult years, that has happened that have caused you to become skeptical of life and people and things. You've been hurt. We've all been hurt. We all have trauma. But you can either choose to live in that trauma and continue to relive the same story, or you can choose better thoughts and create a better future. But that all begins here in your head. Okay, I didn't actually think I'd be talking for 41 minutes straight, so I want to send you with the final thoughts of the final thoughts. Be kind to yourself, especially if you're just starting this journey. If you are deep in it, be kind to yourself when you don't get it right away. Because the process of healing your mind is and can be ugly, and it can get worse before it gets better. because you're digging up shit that you probably weren't aware of when you were younger. There's a lot of fucked up things that happened in my past that I still, even to this day, I'm like, I don't even know if I've actually dealt with that or processed that. But there are things in our life that we probably just didn't know how to manage it at that time. And we deemed it as, we like stamped it and we're like, oh, that's a negative experience. That's bad. It's a bad experience. And so we place that in our mind as a bad experience. But we can choose to see the light in it. We can choose our thoughts. We can choose our future. Be kind to yourself in this process, because especially as you're starting off, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you're digging into. You don't know what you're going to get just yet. But with practice and consistency, you can train yourself to be a positive thinker. You can train yourself to be that loving, bubbly person that you admire. You ever notice like people who get really irritated with people who are so bubbly? It's because they got some fucked up shit going on. I used to be one of those people. I used to get annoyed when people would get so bubbly, and I'm like, ew, are you fake? Which, don't get me wrong, there are some people who are super bubbly and fake. But that was very much just me and my walls up and telling myself that they're the fake ones when really I'm the one who's having these interesting thoughts. I think I covered everything that has helped me to get out of this depression, to save myself. I hope that you are out there trying to work on yourself and save yourself, because as harsh as it sounds, and I'm sure you've heard this before, no one is coming to save you when it comes to your mind and how you see and perceive things. That is work that was assigned specifically for you to deal with, for you to figure out. No one can know 100% what is going on in your head, and you can't expect them to. We can't expect people, we can't give the weight and responsibility for people to solve our problems, because that's happening in here. Nobody can fucking see what's going on in here. And even if they could, they don't know every bit of your past, and they don't know how you perceived every bit of your past. Because I'm telling you, you ask somebody about an experience that happened years ago, or even like yesterday, from 3 different people, you will get 3 different stories every time. Okay, maybe not like, we gotta like increase the study group here. Maybe not 3 people, because 3 people could have the same story, like just about. But like, you know what I'm trying to say here. Do not put the weight and responsibility into other people to manage your mind. That is your responsibility, and your responsibility alone. Yes, use people, your friends, your family, to help you, to be a support system, to help you bounce off ideas, brainstorm ideas. They are great for that. But when it comes to your mind, getting your shit straight, that is on you. You can choose to see the world how you want to see the world. You can choose who you love when you love them. You can choose when you love yourself as well. So I'm telling you, if you do some of this stuff here, let me know. I'm excited to hear your journey. I'd love to hear your progress. And if you have something that you are doing yourself that I didn't mention here, I would love to hear back from you, because I want to try it. I'm not out of it yet. I'm still going through stuff. This is just what I've learned and what I've applied in my life and what's worked for me. But I'd like to know what worked for you. So if you care to share, then share. If not, I hope you're doing well. I hope you do well. I'm sure you will. Everything gets better inevitably with time. And that's it. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me babble for 48 minutes now. I think that's, I'm fighting to continue this podcast. I'm like, do I talk more? Do I say more? That was the end. Let's just end it here. because I have a lot more to say, but I will save that for another day. I hope you find yourself out of your depression or whatever it is that you're dealing with. I'm sure you will. And I will see you on next week's episode of the Danna-Gift Show. Oh gosh, I gotta stop smoking. I used to be able to hit those Mariah Carey notes, and now I'm like, I crack. But I will say, I got a little bit more rasp in my voice. Okay, all right. I'm gonna leave now before I start fucking talking about all sorts of weird shit. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.